What's up, everybody? I'm a little bit sick at the moment, so if I sound a little bit different, that is why, but I wanted to make this video because this is something I've been putting off for a little bit now, and I wanted to cover it a little bit more. Now, I've already made one video talking about how Hunting Simulator 3 is supposed to release this year, and although I am definitely a little bit skeptical just due to the history of the Hunting Simulator franchise and how Hunting Sim 1 and 2 went, I do have a little bit higher hopes for this game based on what we've heard and what we have seen. And every single post that they have been making has gave me a little bit more hope. Now, hopefully we don't get disappointed by that, but things do seem to point to this being a little bit better than the previous two iterations of the game. Now, before we dive into all of the new things that they have shown off recently, I wanted to give you guys a quick little review of what we talked about in the first video in case you missed it, and that is going to be the main features of this game. Supposedly, the first thing is that this game will be on Unreal Engine 5, which is going to look a whole lot better than what the previous games were designed on. And then they've also got some new vehicles in the game. It says explore vast open world environments more freely, enhance audio, sound design for improved hunting dog AI, and the big one, SimFauna, a revolutionary dynamic system that faithfully replicates animal behavior and allows your actions to impact the environment. Now, provided this is actually a major feature in the game, it sounds pretty good, but it's really down to what ifs, what if it's not actually as good as they say? What if it is? It's really going to come down to actually getting to test this out to see if it really is good, but it sounds promising. Now, right now, you guys will be seeing one of the new things they released since the last time I made a video on Hunting Simulator 3, and that is some in-game footage of some of the animals of Colorado, and I gotta say, already off the bat, these animals look a million times better than Hunting Sim 1 and Hunting Sim 2. More specifically, the elk antlers. The elk antlers and just the elk in general are so much better than Hunting Sim 2. Hunting Sim 2, I mean, I don't even know what to call those disgusting antlers those elk had. But at least in this one, it looks like a real elk, which is, like I said, something I cannot say for Hunting Sim 1 and 2. It does seem like the animals look a bit better in this version of the game, Hunting Sim 3. It seems like at least the animals are going to look a lot better. Now, I can only hope the AI is going to be better as well. It seems like it may end up being better based on what they have said in their posts, but we're going to have to actually get a chance to play it to really know for sure. But provided everything ends up being exactly how they've said it and shown it in these posts, I do think this game will be miles above Hunting Sim 1 and 2. Now, I already know that quite a few of you will probably write this game off before it even releases because of how unfortunately bad Hunting Sim 1 and 2 are, but I do believe in giving people a second chance, or in this case, a third chance. Let's just hope it's worth it. But things do seem to look a lot more promising this time around. And obviously, while I have criticized Hunting Sim 1 and 2 a lot in the past, I am definitely open to this new iteration of the franchise, and I really hope that it's going to end up being better. And like I said, from what we've seen, it seems like things are looking quite a bit better. They sound a lot better. It's just going to come down to how detailed and good this SimFauna system is that they're talking about. Another thing that does look very cool and promising is the fact that we're going to have real-life brands. Now, Hunting Sim 2 and maybe even Hunting Sim 1, I can't remember, but Hunting Sim 2 for sure had real-life brands for the weapons, and I believe the clothing as well, which was a pretty big part of the game. I mean, it was probably the most polished part of the game, in fact. The look of the weapons, the look of the clothing, all that type of stuff looked so good. But it looks like they are now expanding it to vehicles as well. We are going to have Kawasaki as well as Polaris vehicles, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's a really awesome little feature. You guys will be seeing some images of them up on screen right now. And honestly, they look pretty good. I'm excited to use real life brands for vehicles as well as the weapons once again, which brings me to the next thing. Beretta is going to be working with them once again. We will have Beretta weapons in game. That includes shotguns as well as rifles. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm definitely a big fan of them using real life brands. I just really hope that they're not going to blow all of their money on licensing for the branding and, therefore lacking a little bit in the gameplay department. I hope that they have made sure that they can make the gameplay as good as the branding. And as we scroll through, you can see that once again, they've got a lot of really good looking weapons. I mean, these look incredible. Let's zoom in a little bit more. you can kind of see the looks of these different shotguns and rifles and stuff like that that are going to be in the game. And honestly, they look really good. I'm a big fan of what they've done with these. And I do think that, once again, this is going to be a very strong point of the game, just like it was in Hunting Sim 2. The weapons are probably going to be one of the most, impressive parts of it. It's just going to come down to whether or not the gameplay can also match that. Which, like I said, does look a lot more promising, though I'm not going to 100% believe everything that I see yet until we actually get a chance to play the game. Another thing I didn't realize before is it looks like not only is it going to be Kawasaki and Polaris, but also Ford vehicles? Interesting. I wonder if there's going to be like a Ford pickup truck in the game. That'd be kind of cool. But it's looking like they're going with a lot of real-life brands with this game. They've got Beretta, they've got Kawasaki, Polaris, Ford. What else are they going to have for real-life brands? I'm wondering if they're going to have some real-life clothing brands in the game. Bottom line is, Hunting Sim 3 is looking like it could end up being a good game, but that's kind of what we said with Hunting Sim 2 as well. So let's just hope that this one truly is different than the last two and manages to stand out in more than just one way. I mean, these images right here show a very beautiful landscape, so if everything in the game looks this good, and if the AI of the animals plays well, and all of the animals have good varieties of antlers and realistic looking antlers, I could see this actually being a very solid hunting game. And man, I just hope that it is. I just hope that it is. I really wanted to love Hunting Sim 2, but the bad AI for the animals and a lot of the ugly antlers and stuff really just took the game down to a level way below what it could have been. So if the people that are creating Hunting Sim 2 ever watch this video, I really hope the game is good. I really want to love it. I just hope that the animals look and feel like real animals and behave realistically. That is going to honestly be a major part of it. And also whether or not we have an extensive amount of rares. If we have an extensive amount of rare variations of animals, that can also be a pretty huge positive. So hopefully there's a good variety of rares and stuff like that. Maybe some non-typicals, crazy things that we don't see in a lot of these other non-EW hunting games. But that is going to be it, guys. I just wanted to real quickly show you guys all of the different little things that they have revealed with Hunting Sim 3. It does look promising, man. There's a lot of cool things. But, like I said, there's always a little bit of doubt just due to how the last two games went. But I really hope that this game ends up being good. That's all for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. I'll see you guys later. Peace.